What is up, guys? It's Penguin Typer here, back with another video. And today's video, I will be talking about my favorite cars on NitroType, the top 10 favorite cars of mine. And of course, as you know, NitroType is a game that has cars in it. Yep, thanks. Yep, pretty solid factual evidence right there. And what you might not have known is that there's actually over 190 cars on NitroType, which is like a lot, really. So, I basically picked my 10 favorite out of those ones, put them into this list. Some I like because the way they look. Actually, all of them I like because the way they look. But you know what I mean. Let's hop right into it. So the first car is the Ferreti Samsher 458. This is a dealership car that can be purchased for $12 million in the dealership at level like 35 or something. And the reason I like it is because it looks super cool. Yeah, pretty simple. I think it just gives this vibe of a nice, rich white car. Not like white, like white. The car is white. Just a nice, rich looking car. Like, if I see someone driving this down the street, I'd be like, okay, this person has money. Pretty simple. So it's just like a good way to flex your cash, really. And I like it. I also like how you can paint, something, like you can paint the, headlights a different color, but I don't like that you can't paint, like, anything else, like, at all. Because if I try to paint this, it'll only do the headlights and, like, that little part right there. So I kind of wish you could paint more of it, but yeah. That's this car. The reason I didn't put it, like, higher up on the list, closer to the number one spot, is because, however, it is just a car that looks, like, kind of expensive. It's not like anything fancy or flashy. It's just nice looking. So the next car is the Party Sleigh. This thing is actually a really hyped up car that tons of people love, and I can see why. It's a sleigh, right? It follows the same design as the Rocket Sleigh, which is the OG original Christmas car, except it's all neon and it has sick lights on it, and it just looks really cool. Like, if I saw this driving down the street, I'd be like, okay, that person is a cool person. And that's just the reason I like it. Nitro doesn't really have another car like it. It's just so neon and flashy, and honestly fits the spirit of Christmas really well with having the lights and everything. I think NitroType did an amazing job on this car. I love the way it looks. It's awesome. What can I say? Sitting at number 8 is the 64+3. This is a summer car, as you can probably tell. You could get it for using 2000 nitros a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago actually. And the reason I like it is because there's so much awesome detail on this thing that it's just impossible not to like it. Right? So if we look at like the front part, I don't know what cars parts are called. We got a nice sunset on a beach with some palm trees. All along the blue sides, we got this like yellow flame kind of thing that also reminds me of sand, like the beach, which is really nice. Then we got the person driving it and 3 other folks in the passenger seats and the back row. And honestly, I just like this car because the way everything ties it together, it just looks really nice to my eye. Like, I also really wish I had it. I don't have it. I have the first 2 cars and then a bunch of the other ones, but I actually don't have this one, and I wish I did. So yeah, it's a very nice looking car, but again, I didn't rate it super high on my list because there's just better cars out there. So sitting at number 7 is the NitroPAC. I think a lot of people are actually going to be surprised by this decision, because I'm like one of the only people that really likes this car. But in my opinion, it's just like a better looking version of the Ferreti Samsher 458. It just gives this vibe of being expensive. Like, I look at that and I think expensive, right? I love rich cars like this. My most popular video is literally called The Richest Cars. Come on, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And of course, it's only sitting at number 7 because there's like other better stuff. And it's not amazing, but like it is pretty cool. Number 6, the Lacan Hypersport. This is a really, really hyped up car that tons of people love. It's gotten by doing 50,000 races on NitroType, and it's honestly considered one of the better cars in the game just because it looks so epic. It was modeled after the Lacan Hypersport. I don't know how to spell it. Like Lacan Hypersport. I think you guys can kind of see that. Yeah. Um, from I think it was a movie or a TV show or something. Don't quote me on that. I don't know like anything. But this car just looks really, really cool. It's like the NitroPAC, this thing, except it's just so much better. It's got this like epic V kind of thing in the back and has this really cool windshield, and everything's just designed so perfectly that I love it. And unlike the NitroPAC, I think a lot of other people like this as well. It's a very, very popular car. Number 5, the Candy Hauler. So, I actually rate this thing really high up on my list for a couple of reasons. The first is it's a Halloween car, right? When I was making the list, I was at 9 cars and I didn't know what else to put in, and then I remembered this thing. It's a Halloween car. Halloween cars are epic. This is the best Halloween car in my opinion, and let me go over why. So, it's following like a basic Mack truck design where it's like without the truck, of course, without the thing that the truck carries or what. I don't know how trucks work, but it has this nice basket of candy in the back, right? It looks pretty cool, very nice style. We got a little pumpkin driving it with like a nice squiggly mouth, some eyes, and everything like that. It's awesome. I love that design. And then in the front is actually the reason why I love this car so much. If we look at this, we actually got like a nice spooky scene going on here, and a really good spooky scene as well. Over in this side of the front of the truck, we have a nice spider web against the orange background. Then we have the full moon, some bats flying around, some really spooky trees that are like bleary, ominous, and everything. Um, and I exceptionally love it. It's just great. It ties the whole thing together, and it really gives off this vibe of perfect, like a perfect Halloween car, if there ever was one. This would be it. Number 4, the Shadow Xmaxx tree. Yep, I had to put this thing on my list. It's just too cool not to exist, right? This is a car designed after the original Xmaxx tree, which is, this but green and gold and stuff. It's a tree, obviously. But this thing is just so much cooler because it's dark. It's like literally just black. And that's epic. I don't know what to say. It's just a really nice car. I think it's cool how they took the approach of just shadowing everything out and making it seem like kind of spooky almost. And I love it. It's awesome. Number 3, the Hammer wheels. So this is actually one of the most I think one of the most famous cars in the game, to be honest, because it's like really sick. Okay? It's not every day that you can drive a great white shark. I'm stupid. A hammerhead shark down the road, right? Okay, if we look at the shark itself, we got, a nice head, the hammerhead, obviously. We got the dorsal fin, the 2 other side fin thingies. I'm a shark expert, leave me alone. We got a cool tail going down the back. It's sitting on the wheels. Even has like really nice looking scratches along the side to make it look like super cool and tough. And I think that this car is so awesome because it's an animal car. If you guys don't know my opinion on animal cars, I'll give it to you. I love animal cars. Having an animal as a car is just so cool. Nitro, I should definitely put in the penguin car, right? Yep, totally do it, please. So, having animal cars is an awesome thing. This hammerhead shark looks really, really, really good. It was a summer event car like 6 years ago. And I just think that this car is so, so awesome because it's so awesome. Thank you, everybody. Sitting at number 2, This is like a really, really controversial opinion, I'll bet. But it's the Xmaxx Xxpress XXL extra extra large. And boy, let me tell you how much I love trains. Insert meme here. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But this thing is just so cool looking that I couldn't possibly put it anything other than like second or third. It's a train. It's just that cool that Nitro put a train as a car and they call it a car, but it's obviously a train. Like, how awesome is that? If we look at the front, we got the thing in the front that trains have. I don't know what the heck that's called, but it's a nice green, white, red Christmas combination. It even has some snow in the front. Then we got the nice body of the train, has a nice wreath here, a lot of lights running down the side, some more snow. It just gives the image of like a Christmas train. Then as we go to the back, instead of a fuel car, whatever the heck, we have presents surrounded in like this candy cane wrapping, some lights and everything. And this thing just gives the perfect look of being a Christmas car. And I love it. It's my favorite Christmas car of all time. It looks really cool. It just gives that vibe of being festive holiday season. And I actually made a cartoon drawing of it in like 6th grade when it first came out because I was just so excited to have a train in NitroType. So I actually made a cartoon drawing and I'll show that. But it's like, it just shows how much I love this car. And, finally, nice. And, finally we have the number one car, the car that I actually think is the best car in the game. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, guess what, guys? A lot of people aren't going to like me for this. I think a lot of people's opinions are probably going to be somewhere within the 2 through 10, right? Like these other cars we went over, like this one and 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 this one. I think a lot of people are going to like some of those as their favorite cars in the game. But I actually picked a more controversial car. Not many people have this opinion, I bet, to be my favorite car in the game. I don't have it. It's a shame I don't have it, but I'm getting pretty close to getting it. Without further ado, let me introduce you guys the 14 Mantaray. Whoa, isn't that so cool? Isn't that so cool, guys? I think it's pretty cool. So this is the 14 Mantaray. It's a car that is gotten by achieving 40,000 races on NitroType, a goal that I'm about to hit. And I honestly just love this car because it looks so epic. Yeah. It's like the Lacan Hypersport, right? It just looks so cool. There's nothing flashy about it. It just looks very, very epic as a car. Don't ask me to explain why I liked it. It just looks cool, okay? It has this design about it that I can't get over. So yeah, that's my favorite car in NitroType. Thank you all for watching. This has been a list of my top 10 favorite cars in the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to comment down below. What are your favorite cars in the game? I would be so glad to hear what they are, because that's pretty cool. So drop a comment, say what your favorite car is. Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. That would be cool if you could. Helps out the channel, keeps these videos coming, and I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.